Hello and welcome back to another video. It is 5:30 in the afternoon. So I don't know, now that summer's kind of coming, it stays light a lot longer, so I'm just gonna have to just go by my eyeball and see what looks like a daytime one and what looks like a nighttime one or something. I don't know what I'm doing with this channel. I'm just doing it, which is a good thing, because if I would have just waited to get everything perfect, I wouldn't even have a video out yet. If I was all worried about being skinny or my life to be straightened out, I wouldn't have one video out yet, because my life is still kind of chaotic. I'm struggling. Still haven't started working yet, found work. I feel like a big change is right around the corner. I've been saying that for a while now, but I ain't let go of my faith. I know something's coming. I don't know what it is or how it's going to turn out, but the Lord's never let me down, so we'll see what happens. Get this window open so I can let some air through here, even though I'm going to have to roll it back up. It's like 40 degrees out right now, but I am hot because it's 60 something in the camper, and I just got done unloading some groceries and stuff, so I'm sweating because I'm a bigger guy, so I get hot easy. I run hot and I like it cooler normally, so I'm looking forward to winter being done, but I want it to be not winter but not exactly summer for all the time. Where it's not freezing cold but it's not blistering hot either. I don't know, I'm not greedy, I just want it all. Oh. So, right now, I'm on my way, about maybe a couple blocks away to Target, to get my Rise mushroom coffee. I don't know if I talked about it, but all of a sudden, because I think it's been working, because it's supposed to help the different mushrooms in there do different stuff for your body, whether it helps clean out your intestines, and one helps lower your cortisol level so you can start burning and shedding visceral fat. This is all what they say, so better get going here to go around the other way. Watch that window when I get over the holiday. It's kind of cool the way that seagull just kind of covered it. I'll go around you there, buddy. It's okay, you don't gotta fly away. It's just gonna go around you. Anyway, that Rise mushroom coffee. I said it in some of my other videos. I think that my stomach, instead of being round, it's kind of getting concave on the sides, like the shape of an hourglass. Although I do not have an hourglass figure yet, and I said that in another video too. But I do believe it's been working in my legs. My legs used to be fatter to where I was retaining fluid or something, like lymphedema or that. So I started doing a little research on that stuff, and what diet to have for that, and what helps get rid of that. But I haven't really done enough research on it yet. I've just been drinking this mushroom coffee, and it's a hot cocoa mushroom coffee, because I don't like coffee, so I've been mixing it with my hot cocoa, my Swiss Miss hot cocoa, which I know that ain't healthy for me, but at least it gets rid of the bitter taste of coffee. And then I use honey in it too a little bit, and that's a biblical thing. The honey's healthy, but we've got multiple health benefits. But I learned you don't want to put it in the boiling water. You want to wait till it cools down a little bit. That's when you mix your honey, so it's just in kind of hot water, but not boiling water, so it keeps more of its health benefits. It's antibodies and stuff. So my legs, when I used to take off my socks, I used to have the ring right where my top of my sock was, because of the extra fluid in my legs, or my fatter legs, or whatever you want to call it. And other day, I haven't even noticed. All of a sudden the other day, I happened to notice, it's like, hey, my legs are really nice. I was like, I got nice legs. My legs are back to like when I was younger. They didn't have that sockering on them no more. And they're skinnier, you know, so. I don't know if that's the mushroom coffee or what, but I'm on my way back to get my next supply. I've been doing it for 2 months now, just one packet a day. I get the individual packets, you know, so, because they don't have the vanilla latte or whatever in the bags, so that's how I started getting the packets, because I don't like coffee. So I figured, well, if I get the vanilla latte, I've had French vanilla coffee before, whatever, cappuccino, and that I'm not too I'm okay with it. I can tolerate it. I don't like the coffee bitterness in it, but I can tolerate that. So anyway, there's that sneaking word in there. So then I get the packets, and there's 5 packets in a box. It's expensive. It's like $10 a box. So you got to get 6 boxes for a month's supply. That's $60. But yeah, going right here. Legs are now skinny, and that's a pretty cool old car. What is that? It's a Chevy something or other, like an old Chevy Suburban. It's like a huge station wagon kind of car, but with a taller roof than a station wagon. So I'm pretty sure it's like an old Chevy Suburban. Pretty cool looking. Yeah, that thing's cool. I should have spun the camera on quick to look at it. So yeah, so I only had in there get my 3rd month supply of this here mushroom coffee stuff, and try it a 3rd month into it. Oh, that's what I was going to say about it. So as for melting visceral fat and my stomach getting skinnier on the sides, like I said, I can't confirm nothing yet, you know, because I see myself every day, so I can't tell if I'm getting skinnier or not, but I feel like it because my stomach is getting all flimby flabby, you know, like all extra loosey skin. Ain't tight like it used to be. And then my stomach started hitting me in the legs, top of my legs, and that felt all weird. So my stomach must be dropping down. The first one started hitting me in the legs, I thought I was getting fatter, and I bummed out. Then I realized it's because my stomach's, you know, sagging or dropping down, because I think it's because I'm losing visceral fat. So I'm getting that extra loose skin and everything. It's a weird feeling, you know, from going fat to starting to lose weight and all this extra floppy stuff here. But anyway, well then, right where my rib cage ends, on my way down to my stomach, I noticed when I'd move or if I'd cough or something, it would really hurt really bad, right where that was, and then and between the shoulder blades, a little bit down and by my center of my back, it's hurting there too sometimes when I move a certain way. You know, and of course I'm getting older and 57. I don't take no medications or nothing. Thank you, Lord. I've been healthy throughout my life. Until I started working at the foundry, then I had some weird stuff happening. But since I've been out of there, I've been healing up and getting better and better. So when I started having these muscle pains, I didn't know they were muscle pains. At first I started thinking, oh, are my kidneys shutting down, or is my, you know, I started thinking all this internal organ stuff, you know, maybe I'm getting old and my kidneys are shutting down. Maybe I ain't got much time left, you know. And start worrying about that kind of stuff. And I'm talking to God about, Lord, I know I ask you for all kinds of stuff, but heal me too, you know, make me healthy. And the other thing is my knees ain't hurting as much as they were. So, which makes sense if I'm actually losing weight. I haven't had the guts to step on a scale yet. Because if I'm way heavier, I'm gonna be bummed out, and then it'll kind of hang with me for a while. So I just thought I ain't even gonna look at get on a scale for right now, even though I got one. A nice digital one that I had to custom buy, because when I first got heavy, when I got over 400 pounds, or before I got over 400 pounds, I had to order one that would handle the extra weight, because the digital one we had at the time. When I stepped on it, it just said OL, like overload. And last I knew I weighed about 276. So, because at one point I did lose over 100 pounds, and I think I'm still, so maybe somewhere around 276, maybe 276, 300, somewhere in there. Because I know since I've been out of work, it's possible I gained weight and stuff because my knees start hurting more and stuff, which would make sense carrying more around, more weight. But now my knees haven't been hurting as much, and my stomach's getting all flappy floppy, and my legs are nice and skinny. Well, they're not skinny, but they look nice, you know. I mean, I can see my calf muscles and stuff like that, you know, so they're in shape kind of, but yeah, they just don't have that, when I take my socks off, they don't have that ring no more from all that extra fat leg, you know. And oh, the stomach, that's okay. See, I get sidetracked so much. Every time I try to get to a point, I end up turning left and right and getting over here and over there. So back to it hurting, where my ribs, at the base of my ribs going to my stomach, it started hurting there, especially when I cough or move a certain way or something. Kind of like when you do sit-ups, a whole bunch of them, and your stomach just really hurts or something. Because like especially when you're out of shape, and then if you try to do sit-ups and you try to push it, if you only did the 3 or 4 or 5 or something maybe at a time when you're too out of shape, you'll still feel that. But if you try to really push it, man, you'll have to be sore for days. That was as kind of as a feeling like, but then because of the thing in my back, the muscle in my back or whatever that is, which I guess it could be like a collapsing disc or something that could be pinching a nerve or muscle or something too, maybe. I don't know. But, well, because I kept feeling this and I was worried about kidneys and stuff, then I started thinking, before I go make myself all worry, I should try to figure out what else it could be. And all of a sudden I thought, wait a minute, if this stuff's really working and I'm losing visceral fat, I wonder if losing visceral fat can cause muscles to hurt. So I started Googling that stuff, and losing visceral fat, because the way I understand it is, because having all that extra fat on you kind of holds everything into place for that. So now that that fat's melting away, it can all move, and you haven't used those muscles in so long, so that's why it starts hurting. It makes total sense to me. So I think that's what's happening. So the stomach soreness that I've been having, I think it's muscles that were nice and cushioned and packed in tight, holding their place because of all this fat around them. And now that the fat's going away, I've been hurting a little bit. Oh man, I'm hurting. Maybe I should just be fat. So we'll see what happens with that. And then my back, well, I start thinking about it, even with internal organs and stuff, and getting all paranoid. Well, visceral fat ends up getting around your organs and stuff too. Your kidneys and all that kind of stuff, or whatever, your heart, whatever. So, and I've been having some pains in my chest too, a little bit. Like, not like a heart attack, I don't think, because I've had sharp pains in my chest before that I thought were a heart attack. But they weren't. It was anxiety or something. And I had them in my back too. But it ended up being like anxiety or something, because when I went in and got checked, my heart, everything's working good. My cholesterol's fine. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. The only thing different is my valves in my heart, are only working at like, I can't remember what it was, like 85% or something like that, or something, or something. And that what they said is very, very natural as you get older, because I'm not no spring chicken. I ain't gonna be running at no 100% like when I was a kid or something. Maybe I can work them out though. I got heart. So we'll see what happens. But now I think that might be what some of my other aches and pains are. Is I think it might be my body adjusting to, if that visceral fat's melting away, then my organs are all readjusting there, so muscles and stuff are moving around, and it makes sense. So I'm glad I looked that up though, because I started really kind of scaring myself into negativity with thinking that I was getting old or my kidneys were shutting down or something. And then I started thinking about how my dad was an alcoholic and stuff, and him, dying of toxic shock syndrome because his stomach ruptured, and that was from all the years of drinking, I think. But then I started thinking, oh man, maybe I got that stuff because I'm his son, it's DNA. And then I thought, wait a minute, I don't drink. I never drank like my dad did. Yeah, sure, I partied and got drunk and partied with friends and stuff, but not on a constant, always basis like my dad did, for a lot of years. My dad did quit in his later years, where he didn't drink no more. He really all of a sudden he changed. Then he'd only drink once in a while, and then he got to where he just didn't drink at all. but he'd already done the damage, So, but so that's what I think's happening. So I'm going to get in there, and I hope. Last time I was in there, they didn't have all the vanilla latte flavor. They only had they had 5 boxes of it, so I had to buy 1 box that was a caramel something or other. Because otherwise it's just the regular dark roast and medium roast, and that's too much for me. I just can't. Coffee. So I tried the caramel one. And that's the 5 packets I used first, and it was okay, but you could still taste the coffee in it more. But it wasn't as bad as regular coffee. So hopefully they got the vanilla is the least bitter out of all of them. So hopefully they have that in there today. If they didn't have the vanilla or the caramel, I wouldn't get it. I don't think. If I was gonna get it, I'd just get 1 box just to see if I can tolerate it. Because I don't want to waste that much money if I can't choke it down, So, anyway, that's where we're at with that story. Oh my God, you're gonna get my door key for my door. It's a door key. I'm dorky. Dang right, you're dorky, you nerd. No. Oh, goofy me. Well, one good thing about living in this camper, I don't know if you can see here, I'm sure you can. It's right above me here. Just like being inside of a van, I got the upper bunk. Instead of sliding this thing forward, I got stuff stored up there. Because otherwise, if I slid this forward and didn't have so much stuff stored up there, then I'd be able to just stand straight up here. But now I got to stand and bend at the same time, so I got to kind of go like this. Kind of like a fish coming out of the water and going back in. We used to do that martial arts. Relate martial art moves with different creatures and stuff, and fish, like when we do blocks like this and stuff, it was like the fish coming up out of the water and diving back down, and this one's coming up out of the water here, so you're like breaking hands that way, and then a bear is just like powerful, and then cat is like, and then, or like a snake when you jab somebody here. I don't know, I'm just flapping my gums now. These people are going by seeing me all wiggling my hands around here, wondering if I'm dancing or if I'm just not in my right mind. I was doing both. All right, well, hey, thanks for watching. Talk to God. Doesn't matter, just talk to him about anything. It's how you can pray to him like that. You don't have to, it's probably good to get on your knees and pray, like when you say red time prayers, like my mom taught me when I was a kid, but you don't have to do that either. You can just talk to him. He hears you. And even if you don't need nothing, even if your life's going good, still talk to him. You'll be amazed at how much closer you get to God and how much more you start noticing or seeing him in life, the more you talk to him. So, and if you do talk to him, tell him Dad said I. Thanks for watching. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.